This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
You all ready for this?
This is a sham.
No. Y'all, just stop.
Get real.
Welcome to DBL. I'm Erica in for Tori, and I know it's hard to believe we're just a week away from Christmas, which is why we look so festive. Look, first of all, let's give it up to our team.
There we go.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
They turned this place around, giving us the holiday spirit. Look at all the details. It's just absolutely wonderful. And since I don't have anything up in my house,
That's right.
I'm just going to stay here. Yeah.
We never get a chance to see Rob on camera.
I have nothing up in my house. Nope.
Do you feel bad a little bit?
We played a little Christmas music
There you
last night
go.
as we cooked.
Yes.
Why would she feel bad?
I don't know. It just feels like
I know it does get me a little bit.
It's a sensitive subject.
Yeah, but there
Yeah.
are some reasons for it. I've already talked to my therapist about it.
you put on Christmas music, so that's okay.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for giving me that pass. Well, let's talk about something we're not looking forward to, especially Big Jeff, although I guess it's not going to affect you this year. The holiday travel rush is about to begin, but a major storm is heading up the East Coast, impacting more than 59 million people. Now, the same system swept across the South over the weekend. Some areas are warning of flash flood emergencies. This is adding a whole lot of stress to the holiday travel season. Speaking of which, a new poll is out showing stress is getting in the way of enjoying the holidays for many people. 81% report national issues and world affairs are causing more stress. 75% are dealing with the stress of rising prices and holiday spending. 53% are worried about getting sick with the flu or COVID, and 44% are stressed remembering last year's travel meltdown. So are y'all feeling the stress of the holidays, and is it something you're talking to your therapist about?
Yeah. Are you stressed out? I was asking. She doesn't seem stressed at all.
I feel like I'm really lucky this year because last year I went home to England and I know the flights were crazy and it was really touch and go and stressful. Luckily this year they're coming to me, so I'm just hoping that they're going to make it here, okay? So I'm more worrying about them and their flights.
Okay.
They'll make it.
What about you, Jeff? Jeff, I feel like you guys were prepping for holidays the afternoon of Thanksgiving.
No. We're not like that. We do get into Christmas spirit right after Halloween, so we put up all of our decorations, which is shocking. Erica Cobb did not this year.
Yes.
You could come on over. You can come on
you
over.
know what? I might.
We'll celebrate.
I might.
We'll just put.
Give me a hot toddy on your patio. Anthony and I will be there.
Done. Done. But yeah, I get out, I take off, I save up my days, and I go out early December. And this way, I'm not involved in the holiday travel. I don't get stuck in all that. I get to see my family a little bit early, and that works for me. I really just enjoy doing that, getting away from that, because putting all that stress on yourself, I think now is just an excuse to get mad. My kids are driving me nuts. Travel's crazy. The weather's crazy. We're all going to die. It's like, everyone pump the brakes. It's Christmas. That's what happens. It's been stressed out since the beginning of Christmas. Everyone just relax and enjoy the holiday if you can.
I just put together when you said that's why you went home to see your family in Chicago a week ago.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a great idea. It's almost
I've
like
been doing it since we started the show.
It's almost like the people that get their Halloween. I never
know where you
Yeah.
I never put that together. That's really smart.
Yeah, because I don't want to get into all the mess of the travel season, so I take myself out of it. Much like conversations these days.
Yeah. Well, speaking of stress, have you all been holiday shopping lately? If you have, chances are you've experienced some of these rude holiday shopping behaviors. Now, this is from a list that we found in the Huffington Post. We know how much Jeff loves lists. First up is opening packaged items in the store. Some people just can't wait to unbox things. Next is not being courteous with your cart. You just popped your collar, Jeff. We know that's trigger for you. What about leaving a mess in the dressing room or being unkind to store employees?
That's mine.
Yeah, and finally, not minding your kids. So what do you all think of this? I do think that when you're trying things on, and it's kind of weird because I feel like during the holidays you're less likely to be trying things on because you're looking for other people. But what I noticed, a lot of times you would go into these certain stores and they're like, make sure you put it back on the hanger. And it's like, okay, first of all,
right, yeah.
I'm gonna need you to take 2 steps back. I worked in retail, so I never just leave clothes strewn about the dressing room. But what are your things that kind of like trigger you?
My thing is the talking crazy to employees. Oh, I've said things. I think I've talked about it on the show. I say things in real time. I let the person know, like, that's not gonna ride. I do it in front of my kids, like that. There's certain things that as a society, I'm not threatening, I'm not getting in anybody's face, but like, you're not gonna take, and I don't care who it is. Like, that's you're not, I told this woman that was yelling at this kind of big, older white guy, just like, she was like, I was like, why are you talking to him like that? He was just trying to help her. She needed help, and it was so rude and dismissive. And I think if we as citizens step up for the people that, because they're working, they can't say probably what they really want to say, then I'll do it. If you got a problem, come to me.
I want to see Jeff's reaction about the cards, because I know that is going to just, he's going to be furious.
Well, again, we give everyone an excuse in society now to give them a reason of why they're upset. XYZ, this is why I'm so upset. So you stop being a human in society. You stop humanizing other people. You don't put your clothes back. You don't return your shopping cart. Everything else is someone else's fault. We need to start looking in the mirror and taking responsibility for our own actions. There's no reason to run around a waitress just because something happened in your life, so you go tell her to get this and get me another drink and fill this up because they're based on a tip that you're providing.
Possibly
that doesn't give you a power over anybody else. Return the shopping cart. You live in society. Don't be a beep. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Don't be a beep. I actually thought of you a couple weeks ago because we threw a dinner party for Anthony's company, so don't yell at me. And we went to get these big boxes of liquor and stuff. So I was coming back with my cart. There was no place to put the cart in the parking lot. So as I was walking back, I started noticing the other carts, and I was pushing all the carts. I had like 6 carts when I brought it back into the store. And the 2 guys that were working in the store go, so we are hiring, and I was like, what's your benefits package? Because I feel like I'd be really good at this.
Well, good for you.
I almost called you that
day. That's how you know it's a fancy place when the car people are dressed like Erica. You're like, I can't afford it in here. I don't know. What about you, Steph? Any issues?
Oh, well, I didn't like when we read out, this was really confusing. One thing earlier that was said before we came on air was that apparently it's rude to go window shopping now, and I find that so bizarre because you don't always know what you want to buy.
I got a picture. That's what the holidays is staring in the window.
I imagine you go around.
Well, it's not really in the window when window shopping. It's walking through the aisles, not really understanding what you want. And I think during the holidays, what happens is, and I'm not against it, because sometimes you don't know what you want, but what happens is you don't realize that there are people who are trying to get like in and out, and you're kind of clogging the aisles.
Oh, we call that like their problem.
Moseying around.
I'm sorry you didn't plan your time better.
Or maybe they don't have as much time, Al.
Again, their problem.
Okay, well.
Get an at-a-glance.
But definitely look out for your fellow man, says Al Jackson, who also says it's your problem.
It is.
Coming up on DBL, our interview with the one and only Vivica A. Fox. She's telling us about her new Christmas movie that will be sure to get you in the holiday spirit. Plus, can you believe Brad Pitt just turned 60? Yes, and Dick Van Dyke looks back on his career and he gets ready to turn 98.
We're live.
All right.
So Al, would it annoy you if someone said you're taking too long looking at that? Hurry up and get out my way.
I probably wouldn't even register they were talking to me for a long time. I would be like, that can't possibly. I would, with a situation like that, I would be like, this is a person. If somebody was that aggressive, you know, I would probably let them pass because I'm like, this is a person looking for an issue. But like the last time, matter of fact, it was where I'm going to be tonight because I have to go there. My favorite place and most dreaded place, World Market, because I can, once I get in the candy thing, I'm like, I'm just going to get this candy, and the next thing you know,
that store is dangerous. You go in for one thing and you come out with so much stuff that you definitely don't need but desperately want.
Because it's the only store where you've never left with something and go, I shouldn't have bought this. Everything is like, this is delicious. Yes. Why don't they sell this more? So, but yeah, the last time I was there with my girl, like, this guy kept, she was looking at the sparkling waters, and this guy kept reaching like over her shoulder and taking the item that and he would look at it and put it back, and he'd be like, excuse me, and like kind of like, and after a second I was like, what's going on over here?
Yeah.
He was kind of like physically trying. He didn't see me come around the corner, so I think he was like a bigger guy, and he just thought like he could kind of just like, I'll look at what you're looking at because I want to look at that, and I don't want you to possibly buy that. And I just let him know that wasn't.
Interesting mentality, right?
But
That's really odd.
it's the low key rude people where I'm just like, oh, you think you're just gonna talk down to this employee?
Yeah.
Well, I guess you don't have anything in stock. That person, that's not his job or their
No.
job, and you know that. You just want to be mean to somebody because you know that you can. And is that a problem over in the UK?
Oh gosh, you know what? I've
Are
not
there
been.
jerks in the UK?
Definitely, but I will say like I've not been at home for Christmas for so many years. Like,
Yeah, or just be naked.
Welcome back to DBL. Can you believe that Brad Pitt is 60 years old today? The triple 20.
Wow.
Now, Brad reportedly spent his birthday with his girlfriend Inez de Ramon, who's in her early 30s. The two have been dating for over a year. Brad broke out as the sexy love interest in Thelma and Louise more than 30 years ago. He went on to star in iconic films like Legends of the Fall and has taken gritty roles like in Fight Club. But people have also been fascinated. That's a different type of Fight Club.
That's a different club.
Also been fascinated with his off-screen love life, especially after his divorce from Jennifer Aniston and after starring with Angelina Jolie and Mr. and Mrs. Smith, then went on to marry Angelina Jolie, only to get involved in a super messy divorce from her. So, Brad Pitt, this is your life at 60.
I'm glad we had to explain who Brad Pitt is.
Yeah.
You might remember Brad Pitt.
from your life.
Yeah, but 60 years old, it kind of makes you feel old.
No, the 30 would make me feel old. The 32, whatever, the 30-something he's dating. I don't know how people, I think that's a big leap. That would be very different.
That's 27 years difference,
Because
right?
what
That is
what
quite a lot of
references do you have in terms of like touchstones, or like, do you remember when this happened, or like, what's your favorite movie, or just anything that you do for entertainment? I would think would be wildly different.
Well, I've not got as big an age gap as Brad and his girlfriend, but I can't even say almost. It's like not 10 years off that, and then maybe. But
Do you see it, like, are there certain instances that come up, like movie references or something?
no, actually none at all.
Really?
No, actually not. It's actually quite shocking, but I think that I don't know if that's unusual or not. I don't know. I don't know
So
if
you
it's
got
because
an old soul.
Maybe, I don't know. I think more so it's the fact that my fiance grew up in Europe, so I think we grew up with a lot of the same references, maybe. Maybe if it was with an American partner, maybe that would be different, because sometimes we talk about things on the show that I've not seen and heard of, whereas I think maybe the European thing is what made it a bit easier, but it's crazy. Brad Pitt, sex symbol, hot.
Me and my wife are
Still.
almost 8 years apart, but she's from the South, so it's two different worlds.
Yeah.
When you say like northern references and southern references,
Right.
two different worlds. But she also, just on that cusp of like, I'll say a movie like, you know, for instance, The Gladiator. She's like, I've never seen it. I'm like, what? You know what I mean? And it becomes a little problem, like, culturally in that reference.
But then as long as she's down to see it, you get to watch Gladiator again.
And she watched it again. And
Right.
she watched for the
Did
first
she
time.
like it?
Yeah, she loved it. Who doesn't like Gladiator?
I hate Gladiator. It's awful.
I don't like
I
anything
really hate
with violence. I'm a year older than my husband. He's Canadian, and there are a lot of things where we have to like teach each other things, because I'm like,
What was the last thing? Do you remember?
something with pop culture. Like, I'm more like pop culture forward. He's more like history forward.
Oh, yes.
So I'm like, we do learn a lot from each other, but I don't even know if it's necessarily age differences sometimes. It's just cultural differences.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, speaking of birthdays, Dick Van Dyke turned 98 last week. His career dates back to the 1940s and has starred in iconic movies like Mary Poppins and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. But he told CBS Sunday Morning the secret of his success is laziness.
I'm pretty lazy, really. When I'm having fun, you know, all right. But I'm a lazy person.
Really?
Not a lot. I don't have a lot of drive. I've been very lucky.
Wow.
There's always somebody to pick me up and put me over there.
That's wonderful. It just sort of happened.
It did. It just happened.
Al?
Well, I'll say this, especially kind of in the business that we're in, but if you think about anything, even this show, let's take this show. This show started, it didn't have a lot of hope, you know, and
we were only guaranteed 12 weeks.
Right, and that was about what we had deserved.
Years ago,
but
right.
we stayed under the radar, and we got good. We got some reps under our belt. COVID hit, you know, we were on live, and then when we come out of COVID, a lot of the kind of old school talk, you know, Dr. Oz, Ellen, they all started to go away, and here we were. So a lot of things are luck. I feel like you can do the best you can, position yourself, and then hope. That's all it kind of is.
I don't know if it's necessarily, I don't feel like a lot of people were the chosen people 50 years ago. But now, if you don't put the effort behind it, people will actually swallow you up. You don't hear about people who aren't working actively for what they need and what they want in any industry anymore. Like, I feel like it was kind of taken for granted by a lot of people before, and now it's like you have to stay on your grind in order to succeed. So I feel like things have changed.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm being swallowed.
What? No.
I don't want to be on my grind. I hate that.
You are always on your grind. You work harder than anybody I know, Al, so stop. Coming up on DBL, Vivica A. Fox is sharing how Patti LaBelle once schooled her about shoes. You don't want to miss her funny story. Next. Welcome back. Vivica A. Fox is one of the busiest women in Hollywood. She's an actor, producer, entrepreneur, and director. Now she's starring in a brand new holiday movie called A Christmas Intern. Earlier, we chatted with her all about it. Check it out.
Please welcome back to the show. We love her, Miss Vivica A. Fox.
Yeah.
So pleased to have you. Much like your real life, your character Charlotte in A Christmas Intern is a boss with a lot on her plate. And I wanted to know, did you feel a connection to her because of your absolute connection to being a boss with a lot on your plate?
Absolutely. You know, Lifetime, I love them so much that they've made me be like the head chick in charge. You know, with executive producing, also starring in the film. So, you know, yeah, I guess it's fitting.
Nice.
First of all, you look fantastic. Just want to throw that in there. Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah.
They skipped my question, so I just want to tell you look great.
Thank you, darling. You've got great hair.
Doesn't it?
I'll take it.
Wow. And Vivica A. Fox called the Silver Fox.
All right, let's get to the
And so, well, welcome back. It's good to see you again. I have to ask you, it's around that time of year, so you have to tell our audience, do you have any fun Christmas traditions that you can share with us, me, and then I can steal them and say I thought of them?
Absolutely. I will share my Christmas Day tradition with you. I start off having breakfast with my godson and his family and some mimosas. Then I go to the spa, the Beverly Hot Springs, and get rubbed and scrubbed on. Then I go to my business manager's house, Lita Richardson, and we watch NBA games just like everybody else. I'm a huge basketball fan.
Oh,
and
yes.
then I finish off my night with a fish fry and a mean game of Uno at my business partner, Darren Bond's home.
Yeah.
That sounds like my favorite day ever.
Okay, all right. I might be stealing that tradition. So let's talk about this because we do have this in common. We both went to Beyonce's Renaissance tour, and you looked incredible at the Renaissance premiere. So I understand you went to multiple shows during the tour.
Wow.
What was it?
I
Okay, that's
did.
incredible. What was it like the first time you saw Beyonce and Blue Ivy perform in Paris?
Goosebumps. I've known Beyonce since the beginning of her career. I've always been supportive. I love her. Her mom, Tina Knowles, is the main reason why I was there because of her Waco event. I was one of the bidders. It was nice on the pocket, but it went for a good cause. And I'm going to tell you, to see Beyonce come out, goosebumps. She's so talented. Her mom was like, she directed this, she did everything. There I am with my girl Aja and Darren singing, having a blast with 70,000 people in this humongous stadium, watching her achieve the ultimate success. She's such a rock star, and I'm so very proud of her.
Oh, wow. Vivica A. Fox saying that about you? That's so cool. Okay, so speaking of your style, you were actually once schooled on shoes by Miss Patti LaBelle. How did she do that? Tell us.
Child, I walked out with this dress on and thought I was looking cute. And Miss Patty said, baby, who put them shoes on you? And I said, the lady said it didn't make a difference. It was just a black pair of shoes. Baby Patty said, don't you ever come around me with a bad pair of shoes on. Shoes complete an outfit. So now I will let you all know that I have learned from Miss Patty, and my shoe game is on point.
Okay. There you go. Vivica, thank you so much for joining us. DBL Nation, be sure to watch A Christmas Intern out December 16th on Lifetime. Thank you again, Vivica. So great to see you.
Always.
Happy holidays.
Thanks.
You are so welcome. Happy holidays, everyone.
Congrats on all the success.
We'll be right back.
little bit more when it comes to your mobility. Well, we've got some tips to keep you moving into the new year and beyond. It's time for some joint and muscle support brought to you by Omega XL. First, stretching helps you decompress both physically and mentally. Next, keeping a healthy weight is important. Too much weight can add stress to the joints, and of course, stay hydrated. This is one of the most important things that you can do for your joint health. Omega XL has improved the lives of millions of consumers, supported by 30 years of clinical research. Omega XL's powerful and proven benefits have transformed the lives of athletes, celebrities, and dedicated daily users. Call 800-814-6985 or visit omegaxl.com for more information. We have a couple comments. Jane wants to talk about Brad Pitt. She said, Brad will be sexy and handsome no matter his age. I tend to agree with that. And Steven about Dick Van Dyke says, I like how honest Dick Van Dyke is, and he seems like a very energetic guy at 98.
He's giving interviews and kicking it. We saw him dancing last week with his cane. I was like, good for you, Dick.
Yeah.
My man.
We'll see you tomorrow. My man.